There's an Ulster 9 and all, our man from Donegal. Here's to Cavan and to Derry and Tyrone. Two for Monaghan, Monaghan Darn, we'll throw out the puppet crown until Ireland's 32 is all our own. Then here's to old Ireland undivided, to all good Irishmen and true. The north, the south, the east, the west, they will be forever blessed, one for all and all for Ireland's 32. On to Leinster now we go, Dublin, Longford and Wicklow, through to Carlow, Louth, Kilkenny and Kildare. To Westmeath, to Meath and Laois, full of nature's beauty scenes, while Offaly and Wexford fought their share. Then here's to old Ireland undivided, to all good Irishmen and true. The north, the south, the east and west, they will be forever blessed, one for all and all for Ireland's 32. Limerick and the treaty stone has in Ireland simply shown why Kerry sent O'Connell on to Clare. Brilliant Meagher off the sword for Light in Waterford, rebel Cork and Tipperary, do and der. Then here's to old Ireland undivided, all good Irishmen and true. The north, the south, the east, the west, they will be forever blessed, one for all and all for Ireland's 32. Connacht's province has the pride, the West's awake and much alive. Sligo, Galway and Roscommon fought the foe. Leitrim, proud of Shannon's fame, running on I proudly name that grand and lovely county of Mayo. Then here's to old Ireland undivided, to all good Irishmen and true. The north, the south, the east, the west, they will be forever blessed, one for all and all for Ireland's 32.
Fáilte agus 𝐾𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐲. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Kathleen O'Neill, along with my good friend Bruce Smith, here doing the Detroit Irish Radio at the Gaelic League. This is our new home, our base of doing our radio with CRBradio.com, Cave Radio Broadcasting. We are so delighted to be a part of this wonderful venture of as they say, the green wave, with music starting on Friday nights and going through to Monday. And be sharing you the list of all that are part of that as I gather my papers together and make mention. It all starts on Friday night with Bobby Brooks, who does the Friday night Fáilte from 4 to 7 p.m. On Saturday is the Emerald Isle Express with Matt O'Donnell from 1 to 4 p.m. On Sundays, we have the Rebel Rooster showing up at 10 a.m. to noon with Johnny Costello. Here we are with Bruce Smith and myself at 1 to 3, Detroit Irish Radio, which is a combination of music, news, announcements, not only of Detroit, but of interest to our listeners in the past 25 years, mainly from the Detroit area, but certainly way beyond now. So you'll get a taste of what we're doing here in Detroit, in the surroundings, in Michigan, and of course we do get news from Ireland as well. And then we top off the 4-day stretch with our good friend DJ Pat Johnson with the Irish Music Cafe from 4 to 6 o'clock on Mondays. So thanks to Cave Radio Broadcasting for taking us on, and certainly for all of you followers and listeners of CRBradio.com. Because we're here, we're in the Gaelic League, we're welcome our members to come on down and share your news directly, live, or if not, you can always call us at 313-942-1509. Nope, is that right, Bruce?
Oh, 159.
No, it's 0159, excuse me, 313-942-0159. We started off today with the, let's see, the 30, Ireland's 32. We'll get ourselves together. I have a new little setup here, and my, my paperwork expands way beyond the space that I'm putting it in at the moment, plus it's all out of order due to a nice little water spill. But we started with Tommy Drinahan and the Irish Monarchs with Ireland's 32, because today we are going to be traveling mid-change some of Ireland's destinations, and we're all itching to get back on that plane and go to our favorite spots in Ireland. But for those that are wanting to explore or have never been to Ireland, we'll give you an opportunity to hear about some of the wonderful places that you can visit. So we started off, of course, acknowledging all 32 counties of Ireland. We're next going to go on with the 4-province fling. That's there are 4 provinces in Ireland, and so we're going to just play a selection and then go off to the Midlands, and that's the title of the song, The Midlands of Ireland by 𝐃𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐿. Let's have a listen.
many a foreign strand, said goodbye to a spot where I call home. I lived in Donegal and Cork, worked in Melbourne and New York, but now I'm coming back across the foam. For I've been a while in Cavan, I've spent many a night in Navan, worked in Laois and in Dublin City Fair. Tullamore is home to me, or Mount Rath or Clonaslee. I'd be welcome in Kilkenny or Kildare. From the lovely Shalea Blue Mountains to the waters of Lough Ree, where I watch the leaping salmon make its way out to the sea. I've been so far away in foreign lands I wouldn't stay. My heart's in the Midlands of Ireland. For I miss so long for town, Mullingar and Ballinahound. How I long for my friends in Carlow too. Love to see the sunrise early o'er the town of Tipperary. Ah, the Midlands, I'm coming home to you. From the lovely Shalea Blue Mountains to the waters of Lough Ree, where I watch the leaping salmon make its way out to the sea. I've been so far away in foreign lands I wouldn't stay. My heart's in the Midlands of Ireland. From the lovely Shalea Blue Mountains to the waters of Lough Ree, where I watch the leaping salmon make its way out to the sea. I've been so far away in foreign lands I wouldn't stay. My heart's in the Midlands of Ireland. Yes, my heart's in the Midlands of Ireland.
Okay, I want to make mention up front that if there's something that you missed or that I feel to miss or to share, you can always go to the Gaelic League of Detroit.org website, and there is a page that's called Irish Links where you can go on and check out the websites from the various organizations in this area. The AOH website is DetroitAOH.org. And of course, the Gaelic League of Detroit.org does have all the information that you may need or want to find out more about. Also, a little reminder, or well, not reminder, I'm going to give you a little bit of trivia here. We did just hear about the 4 provinces flings. Of course, the provinces are Ulster, Munster, Leinster, and Connaught. Leinster has the most counties, 12. And of course, Ulster is one in the north that's been divided. There are 9 counties in Ulster, 6 of them being in Northern Ireland, and the other 3 in the Republic. Connaught may be probably largest in mass, but there were only 5 counties in that one. So if you're curious, maybe you will look up and find out more about the various provinces in Ireland and the counties in each one of them. Other trivia, because normally on the 3rd Sunday of the month we have our pub quiz here at the Gaelic League at 4 o'clock. But next Sunday is Easter and the Gaelic League is closed. So the pub quiz has been moved to the 4th Sunday, which is the 24th, beginning at 4 o'clock. But a little trivia for this week, there is in Irish history. In 1912, on April 11th, the Government of Ireland Bill was introduced in English Parliament. And on the 13th of April in 1829, going back quite a ways, almost 200 years, was the passage of Catholic Emancipation Act for Ireland. On the 15th of April in 1941, Belfast was bombed by the Germans. Dublin and Dunleary fire brigades were sent to help. And then on the 16th, April 16th in 1871, John Synge was the Irish writer that was born. So, a little trivia for this week's dates. Next up, we are going to hear from the Dubliners with the Rare Old Time, and then we're going to follow that with Matt Cunningham's The Dublin Sets. This one is the fourth figure of the Dublin set, and it's the reels. And we want to especially send this out to the dancers, all the dancers that are heading or already over in Belfast this week for the World Irish Dance Championship. We wish all of the dancers good luck. Truthfully, they are all winners in our eyes already because they have gotten to the point where they are in Belfast competing worldwide. We want to especially send out our best wishes to the Ardán Academy of Irish Dancers, who are part of the Gaelic League Cultural Consortium. And I also want to give out a big shout to Paddy Riley. Many of us have the pleasure of knowing him personally and seeing him here at the Gaelic League entertaining many, many times, as well as at the various festivals throughout the Michigan and Ohio area. He recently sang at his good friend Pete St. John's funeral, and also there was a nice clip of him singing a song that he helped make well-known worldwide, especially in the sporting area with the Fields of Athenry, was sung after this funeral for Pete St. John. So it was nice to see him still out and about. His voice is still fantastic and still a wonderful man entertaining people, despite the fact that he really isn't traveling, I don't believe, to the States as often or as far as Detroit. But we're going to hear these two songs about Dublin, the capital of the Republic, the Rare Old Times by the Dubliners, and then Dublin Set, the fourth figure by Matt Cunningham.
Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, the haunting children's rhymes, that once was part of Dublin in the rare old times. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Oh, me name it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as could be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to the Dundon Sea, like my house that fell to progress, my trade's a memory. And I courted Peggy Dignan, as pretty as you please, a rogue and a child of Mary from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham, she took away my soul. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Oh, the years have made me bitter, the gargle dims me brain, 'cause Dublin keeps on changing and nothing seems the same. The pillar and the met have gone, the Royal long since pulled down, as the grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Fare thee well, sweet Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages that spring up along the quay. My mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times.
once again, congratulations to all of our dancers, those that have made the journey over to Belfast this week to be in the World Championship, and those that are locally that continue to entertain us at the various events, whether it's family parties or activities at the different organizations, and certainly at the festivals. We always enjoy seeing you out and about, and the smiles that just make us all happy, knowing that you're enjoying carrying on the Irish tradition. I just said to Bruce, boy, I really got to get my act together here. We got all kinds of news to share with you, and as I mentioned, my papers got all wet from a water bottle, and so I'm trying out things and missing things and doing that. But did want to mention that that song that was selected that the Dubliners sang, The Rare Old Time, was another one of Pete St. John's song, in case you didn't know that. And I didn't mention it. I want to say La Brecha Hana also to those celebrating birthdays this week. Tomorrow we have Carol Carlin celebrating her birthday along with Jeremiah Jackson and Daniel Patton. On Tuesday, Vice President of the Gaelic League, Teresa Anaya, celebrates her birthday along with my great-niece Claire Kinney, Emily Cotter, a nice dancer, John McCamill Jr., and Gerard Smith, a great entertainer. Wednesday is Marcy DeGrantchamp's birthday along with good friend Howard Kelly, Bill Knight, and Dan McCarville. On Thursday, we have Evelyn Shea Joseph celebrating her birthday. I believe it might be the first birthday for her. And Joe Shepkowski celebrates his birthday. Friday, Kathleen Partika, very active board member of the Gaelic League, is celebrating her birthday along with Sherry McCarty. And on Saturday, my great-nephew, Jaden Dewan Smith, celebrates his birthday. So wishing them all the very best birthday and a great year ahead. We also want to say cohorges to Patrick and Mary Beth Butler, celebrating their 26th anniversary. Congratulations to the two of you. Coming up this week and on Friday, both at the AOH Hall and here at the Gaelic League, there is the fish dinners. For the Ancient Order of Hibernians, they have a Friday fish dinner every week. It's all you can eat, fried or baked cod, $12 each. Children are 6 to 12. It's a $5 dinner. Is served from 5:30 until 7, until 7:30, and the doors open at 5 o'clock. There is dinner entertainment by Kevin Murphy. This is sponsored by JLS Life Insurance Solutions. So head out there for a great meal and also some entertainment at the Gaelic League this coming Friday. It is also fish dinner with we do this just during Lent, so there's only a couple left. All dinners actually, this is the last one, right? Because this is going to be Holy Week. Next Sunday is Easter, so the league is closed. So this is the last fish fry for this season. All dinners include coleslaw, roll, and French fries. It's hand-battered pollock fish, $12 per dinner, and they also offer chicken dinner for $8, and children's portions are also available.
I heard they switched back to haddock.
Oh, did they switch to
That's what I heard.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, it's good.
It's good fish, yeah.
It's great fish and a great crew that's providing it, cooking it, and serving. So either place, the Gaelic League or the AOH, would appreciate your supporting their club and all that they do throughout the year. Also, a little reminder, the 𝐾𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐤 dancers meet at the Gaelic League on Friday night. During the Lenten fish dinners, they have moved their classes back to 8:30. So that will be happening again this Friday, and then they'll go back to their normal start time of 8 o'clock. If you'd like to find out more about the Ardon Academy of Irish Dance or 𝐾𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐤 dancers, you can go to their website, www.ardonacademy.com, or call them at 734-762-0997. The Kitty Kelly group also meet out at the AOH Hall, located on 5 Mile Road in Retford on Tuesday nights. So that's another option for you. Next up, we're going to hear about Newgrange. The song is titled The Ballad of Newgrange. This is being sung by Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones. Newgrange is a fascinating place if you haven't been there. It's just a little outside of Dublin in County Meath. It's a prehistoric monument, and it's located looking over the River Boyne. Actually, it's 8 kilometers or 5 miles west of Drogheda. And this was built during the Neolithic period, around 3200 BC. That makes it older than Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids. Fascinating place. It is aligned on the winter solstice sunrise. So if you get a chance to get to Ireland, go to County Meath, check out Newgrange. We'll hear that all about it in this next tune being sung by Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones.
Your mysteries lay hidden in stones that can't speak. Through time all your wondrous knowledge we seek. Be tomb or ye temple, we'd like to know why. On midwinter's morning you seek light from the sky. Your white quartz stones must have brightened the days when the sun had shone down and reflected its rays. You refuse us a key or some Rosetta Stone. We just gaze on the circles, the motifs and bone. Sing away, Brunabonia, on the banks of the Boyne. Fall the daft for your glory, but not yield to time. Glory, oh, to the men and the women laid to rest, who brought greatness to Ireland, the Isle of the Blessed. From your pillars of grandeur an answer is sought, when the tomb of the pharaohs were only a thought. Irish folk in their labour looked up from the Boyne to see standing a monument that would not yield to time. You saw chieftains, Nathena and monks stop to call as they trampled the hills onto Tara's royal halls, and they watched on the cradle of our art and design that inspired Irish artists much later in time. Sing away, Brunabonia, on the banks of the Boyne. Fall to daft for your glory, but not yield to time. Glory, oh, to the men and the women laid to rest, who brought greatness to Ireland, the Isle of the Blessed. For you're set in a county still royal with its arms, and the river a beauty with countless wild charms. And you stand there majestic, a tower on the plain, and your passage of wonder a secret remains. So be proud all of Ireland of history long gone, that inspired generations of men later on. Your age is your greatness, and a testament still, as you stand Brunavonia on a county Meath hill. Sing away Brunavonia on the banks of the Boyne, fall to die for your glory, would not yield to time. Glory ho to the men and the women laid to rest, who brought greatness to Ireland, the Isle of the Blest. Sing away Brunavonia on the banks of the Boyne, fall to die for your glory, would not yield to time. Glory ho to the men and the women laid to rest, who brought greatness to Ireland, the Isle of the Blest.
Well, I am so excited to have our first guest here today, and I welcome all of you to come down and visit us, especially if you have some good news to share to our listener. With me is not a first-timer, but one that has helped out many times and look forward to many more times, and that is our good friend Delia Bryan. Delia, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
You're doing well. You did well yesterday, too, helping out at the Easter party. It was a lot of fun, huh?
It was a very eventful day, mostly good. I think there was one child that had too many milkshakes and too much jumping, so that was a fun addition to the day. But overall, everything I think went very smoothly, and we.
Now, you didn't have to share that with me because I missed that.
Oh, yeah.
I know you were part of the cleanup.
Wow. We'll
Makes all the
invite you to clean up
difference,
next
doesn't it? Yeah, no, I had the great fun of helping with the coloring of eggs or dyeing of eggs, and that was fun to see how the different children selected the different colors and how they decorated. It's always nice party. Thanks to Kathleen Partika in particular, and all that helped to make it a fun day for a lot of families and a lot of young children. But you have a fun event coming up this coming Saturday. Can you share with us what's happening?
Yeah, so we're having another brunch. We've have a lot of regulars. I know a lot of the listeners of the Irish radio show have come to support, but we have another one coming up, and this one is going to be a Irish Easter Rising commemoration. So we'll go through the events of that day, which was coincidentally on April 16th, 1916. So this Saturday, April 16th, from 12:30 to 3:30, we will have our all-you-can-eat brunch with drink specials, and we'll learn a little bit about the Easter Rising.
Well, that sounds really, really good. For those of you that are in the area and have never been to one, it's time. It definitely is time to come down. The food is amazing. You couldn't want for anything else. I mean, there's such a variety, and it meets everybody's diet of what they can and cannot eat, and then to put the presentation on that you do, it's always a nice learning lesson. So it's not just come and eat all you can eat. Come and eat and learn something about our Irish culture that you can take away with you. You normally have some sort of little display, and your little table mats also have sometimes something to do with the the event. I don't know if it is this time around or not. But
Yeah. So we won't share everything here, but for those of you who haven't come to the brunch before, we always want the discussion or the topic to continue at the tables. So each placemat will have a little tidbit of information you can share with your table neighbors, and also we want people to be comfortable. So we always make an effort to have vegan options, gluten-free options. I myself have a lot of allergies, so one of my biggest pet peeves is when I go somewhere and there's nothing I can eat. So we want everybody to be able to enjoy their time here at the Gaelic League and be able to learn a little bit about their heritage.
Well, definitely, Delia. We appreciate the fact that you started this a few years ago, prior to the pandemic, and you have succeeded in having maybe one or two since then, but hopefully at least you have, 4 times a year or 6
so
times?
Generally every quarter we'll have one.
Right, so it takes a lot of work, but we want to thank all that are working behind the scenes, including your own mother that does a fabulous job with all the pastries.
Yes, yeah, she's working on baking this week, and then we have Eric Cole, who is our kitchen king. We'll have him go pick up some of the supplies this week and get everything ready for Saturday.
Well, very nice. And the entry fee is $20, but that really is helping with, I believe you're putting that towards the Emerald campaign, are you?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
The Gaelic League in general, but that would be the Emerald campaign.
Okay, so those of you that would like to come down, just come down. Or you don't even sell tickets in advance. You just prepare for everybody, right?
Show up, yeah. If we have too many people, we can set up another table.
There you go. And there will always be plenty of food. That you can guarantee. $20, it's running from about 12:30 to 3:30?
12:30 to 3:30, yes.
Okay. And also there's drink specials, right?
Yes, yeah. So there's always Bloody Mary options and mimosa options, so we'll have those next weekend as well.
All right. Well, we appreciate you stopping by and for being so actively involved, one of our newest Gaelic League members. It's nice to have someone not only young, but someone that's young and with ideas and the energy to go forward with those ideas. So you'll see Dan and I there on Saturday. Hopefully others can join us.
Excited to have you.
All right. Take care. Do you have any other news you'd like to share?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I didn't come prepared for that.
I know.
I'll make a list next time.
One thing at a time, right? Oh, you'll have a raffle as well.
Oh, yes, yeah. So we
should-
always have a 50-50 raffle.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Delia.
Yeah, thanks, Kathleen.
Yeah, appreciate it. With that, we are going to go into another couple selections here. Traveling through Ireland today. We're doing some of Ireland's known destinations and some that are just kind of generic, common, and things that people would like to do. I know I have traveled to Ireland with your mom on board, and we've done some fun traveling and seen some great things when we were younger, much younger. But this time around, we were going to go off to Belfast. They do have a wonderful exhibit. The Titanic Belfast is a visitor attraction that opened in 2012, so it's 10 years old. It's a monument to Belfast's maritime heritage on the site of the former Harland and Wolff shipyard in the city's Titanic Quarter, it's called, where the RMS Titanic was built. This attraction tells the story of the Titanic, which all of us are aware hit an iceberg and sank during her maiden voyage in 1912, 110 years ago. And it also shares information about the sister ships, RMS Olympic and HMHS Britannic. The building is huge, and it has many galleries and private function rooms. And so that would be a nice place to stop if you're in Belfast. Interestingly enough, there are other Titanic museums around the world, including in Canada, and Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, Branson, Missouri, and Indian Orchard, Massachusetts. Those are just a few of the places. There's something down in Cove, Ireland as well, that remembers those that survived, and there weren't very many. But we'll hear the Ballad of the Titanic being sung by Kevin Malloy, and then we're going to go a little further north to the 𝐾𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐲 Bridge, which connects the mainland of Northern Ireland to a very small island. This bridge was built by fishermen in 1755. Of course, it's been repaired and renovated, but it was for them to reach their favorite fishing spot. And the rope dangles over the rocks and sways in the wind, and it's very intimidating. The other nearby spot to visit is the Giant's Causeway, and that is an area of about 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, the result of an ancient volcanic fissure eruption. It is also located in County Antrim, just about 3 miles from Bushmills, and it is declared a World Heritage Site. Interesting enough, the tallest pillars or columns are about 39 feet high, and the solidified lava in the cliffs is about 92 feet thick in places. So we're going to hear about the Titanic by Kevin Malloy, and then our good friend Kathy Ryan singing a song she wrote, 𝐾𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐲.
Come gather round me, people, and my story I will tell, of a ship that sailed from Belfast in the year of 1912, acclaimed to be the greatest boat that ever was to be, the greatest ocean liner that would ever sail the sea. Well, the people that set sail on her for far America were working class and peasant folk and gentry of the day, but none foreseen the tragedy that was to lie ahead, as through the still dark waters the Titanic onward sped. Unsinkable, unsinkable, it was the crew's refrain. Unthinkable, unthinkable, the damage she'd sustain. But sink she did, and quick she slid beneath the watery waves, brought 1,500 people to their lonely watery graves. Yes, she sailed away from Queenstown off the southwest coast of Cork to make her maiden voyage to the city of New York. But off the coast of Newfoundland, as through the sea she plied, an iceberg tore 300 foot of plating from her side. Unsinkable, unsinkable, it was the crew's refrain. Unthinkable, unthinkable, the damage she'd sustain. But sink she did, and quick she slid beneath the watery waves, brought 1,500 people to their lonely watery graves. Yes, 5 nights out of Queenstown on that starry moonless night, she met her fateful rendezvous that fatal Sunday night. For underneath the waterline there lay in deadly weight a mountain of an iceberg that would seal her awful fate. Yes, unsinkable, unsinkable, it was the crew's refrain. Unthinkable, unthinkable, the damage she'd sustain. But sink she did, and quick she slid beneath the watery waves, brought 1,500 people to their lonely watery graves. Yes, she sailed away from Queenstown off the southwest coast of Cork to make her maiden voyage to the city of New York. But off the coast of Newfoundland, as through the sea she plied, an iceberg tore 300 foot of plating from her side. Yes, unsinkable, unsinkable, it was the crew's refrain. Unthinkable, unthinkable, the damage she'd sustain. But sink she did, and quick she slid beneath the watery waves, brought 1,500 people to their lonely watery graves. Yes, unsinkable, unsinkable, it was the crew's refrain. Unthinkable, unthinkable, the damage she'd sustain. But sink she did, and quick she slid beneath the watery waves. Brought 1,500 people to their lonely watery graves.
I'll walk the miles from Ballantoy, no shining moon to light my way, across the fields of Larry Bay and Thorough Bridge where my love waits. The fishermen lie in their beds, the salmon spawn oils blue to see, and you lie there upon the grass, waiting for me on Carrigarie. One step and two, hold tight, let go. 24, hold tight, let go. I'm nearly there, let go, let go. Stealing soft under your coat, we will tell our stories, love, and sing our songs out every note. One step and two, hold tight, let go. 24, hold tight, let go. I'm nearly there, let go, let go. Your sweet kiss will bring the rest. Your mouth on my mouth, wave on wave. We will meet the sea's loud roar. No better way to cheat the grave. One step and two, hold tight, let go. 24, hold tight, let go. Step and two, hold tight, let go. 24, hold tight, let go. I'm nearly there, let go, let go. Let go, let go.
Okay, I did mention that that song was written by our good friend who used to live in the Detroit area, now living over in Ireland and Louth, and that is our good friend Kathy Ryan. Always look forward to when she brings out another new song of hers or if she would ever come back here and visit us to have a nice concert here. Let's say Aber Padre Sanadini Atatin for those in need of prayers at this time, including Bob Anderson, Sylvia Renee Aurora, Laura Bond, Judy and Tom Bruning, Bill Carney, John Couture, Kitty Durbin, Brian Dunleavy, Bruce Farrell, John Finnerty, Bridie Flynn, Ed Foley, Chris Furton, Mary Gold, David Aaron Keem, Howard Kelly, Nancy Kelly, Ann Kerwin, Gary Lane, Kathleen LaFleur, Kevin Lussick, Rick McMurray, Richard McNichols, Bridget Murray, Tom O'Halloran, Gertie O'Kennedy, Father Dan O'Sullivan, Joe Parsky, Mary Ann Quinn, Teresa Roddy, Marilyn Soloka, Chris Scanlon, Mary Sheehy, Sarah Turner, Lexton Williams, Joan Wisely, and I'm adding this week D. McNulty, I believe it's Damien McNulty. He is Brenda McNulty's nephew in Belfast. We just had the Belfast song, and I meant to mention that he is having surgery tomorrow, emergency surgery. Young man, I believe around 40, father of 3, and married, that has heart issues. So we certainly want to keep Damien McNulty, and we thank Brendan for keeping us posted as he lives in Donegal now, but still remembers his time here in the Detroit area. So I'm sitting here enjoying Delia. Both Bruce and I were chatting back and forth. Is there, Delia, anything you want to talk about? Anything happening? Were you around here for the opening day this past Friday?
No, I'm not very big on baseball.
Okay. How about the GA sports? You're more involved in
Yeah, so
that?
I just had dinner. We had a little dinner get together with a couple of the guys from the Wolf Tones last night. So it sounds like their practices have started, and
Oh, they've already started.
Yeah. So they were
Okay.
loading up on calories.
Well, I was going to say, and they're practicing out at Belle still, or are they
I
going
believe
someplace?
so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to get one of those guys in here, right?
Yeah.
From the
yeah.
Wolf Tones.
We'll spread the word. Try to get them down.
Right. They, in their comfort zone, they can come to the Gaelic League and instead of having to go out to some studio.
Well, they
Yeah.
used to show up here after practice occasionally. I mean, I used to wait on the crew. It was a shock. There would be like 20 people show up all of a sudden.
On a weekday.
Yeah. You're like, what?
Well, that's nice, and then they're part of the Gaelic League Cultural Consortium too. So, if you're interested in playing football, there's the Wolf Tones, which is the adults, and then there's the Harps, which are the younger children, which 6 to about 17. I think they start their practices on Sundays. Evenings, but I don't know when the Wolf Tones do. During the week? Or?
The Wolf Tones is Wednesday evenings.
Yeah, okay.
And then we're also working on getting St. Anne's up and running, the women's team. So that would probably be also Wednesday evenings.
Right.
But let us know if you would like to, if you're interested in joining St. Anne's. That can... we don't have many members right now, but we're working on building it up to bring it back to the Detroit community.
I think that would be wonderful, and sometime during this show, we will share with you an email address. Is it just, or their Facebook page, is it just Wolf Tones for the fellas?
Yeah, you can contact the Wolf Tones, and they'll direct you
to
the right place, because they're kind of teaching the women also.
Well, isn't that nice? Well, nice group of people that you're hanging out with, Delia.
I think so.
Very good. You got Jay in there learning how to...
We're working on it. We're working on it. One day.
One
We
thing at a
had
time.
him be the Easter Bunny yesterday, so that was step one.
I was going to say, let's not overwhelm them, right? All right. Well, how about we go into, how about a foodie thing? We just talked about the wonderful brunch that everyone's welcome to come down to this coming Saturday that And if you do come down, seek out Delia. Let her know that you heard her on the radio and you'd like to hear more of her. So try to recruit her to.
Please say hello.
Yeah, be kind. Right. But there is another event that's happening, and that's a week from Thursday on April 21st. And this flyer says calling all foodies and Irish language class. Now, Delia is not able to come to this and learn more of her Irish language. Why, Delia?
Because I have Japanese class.
Yes, you're very fluent.
For work.
For work. You're very fluent in Japanese, aren't you?
Yeah, I lived there for about 3 years total, studying and teaching English. And then moved back about 7 years ago, which time flies, let me tell you that.
Right, and you got very involved back in the Gaelic League.
I did, yeah.
And yet you still are now working for a Japanese company.
Yeah. So I've been working in Japanese business since I moved back, mostly in the suburbs of Detroit. The dream is to be downtown, but we'll get there one day.
Yeah, but your dream is you are already here. You're in Corktown. You are in the dream area.
A stone's throw from the Gaelic League, and that's always been the dream.
And talking about the Corktown, you were mentioning to us, it's been fun to see the changes that are being made, because you're living in North Corktown, right?
Yeah. So I'm just across I-75 from the Gaelic League, and if I look down the street, if I stand in the middle of my street and look down, I can see the changes in the train station happening, and they've put all the new windows in, they've fixed all the exterior damage from the years of
neglect
sitting around, so I've been following the news with that, with Ford, and now Ford is partnering with Google to make Corktown the mobility center of the country is what they want to do. I'm not sure if they'll be able to beat out Tesla and all of those guys that got a little bit of a head start, but it seems like they have a pretty good plan and a lot of hope and vigor for the community. So it's very exciting to watch.
It is very exciting, and the nice thing, if you come to Detroit, and let's say you make the Gaelic League one of your stopping points, you're going to find that the Detroiters are very friendly, fun people, and most people walk away and are surprised because they have always heard of a negative attitude about Detroit. Oh, beware. But when you come here, you find that, and even more so now with all the things that are happening around us in the buildings and restaurants and pubs, and they need they do have one good market around, but they need a few more outlets for shopping. But it's getting there.
I think it'll come.
Right.
It'll take. I think COVID obviously ended a couple businesses, but people are starting to come back, and new ideas are coming out. And I think at the first floor of the train station is supposed to be all shop or restaurant space. Mm-hmm. So that'll bring more openings, more opportunities for people to come down and sell their stuff in the Corktown area.
Right. It's all good. So with that, I'm going to talk about this foodie and Irish event Irish language event that's happening, being sponsored by the Irish Cultural Forum. It's a lively performance by a fellow out of Dublin on Thursday, April 21st at 7 p.m. The tickets are going very well, I heard yesterday. They're $20 a person. Once again, it's happening at the Gaelic League of Detroit, which is located at 2068 Michigan Avenue in Detroit. It's called Aaron August Im. It's a theatrical performance in which Mansion Megan bakes sourdough bread for 17 minutes while offering insights into the wonders of the Irish language. I think that sounds fascinating. Exploring potent words of landscape, terms of intuition and insight, and the many phrases that bring to life the mysterious glory of our natural world. The show is a celebration of language, land, and local Irish food, with freshly baked traditional sourdough bread for the audience to slice and spread with butter that they churn themselves from Irish cream. It says knowledge of Irish is not required. And if you want to find out more or get your tickets before they're all sold, you can give Kathleen Partika a call at 586-254-3541 or Aaron Keem at 313-585-9023. And talking about languages, I understand that the Irish language is becoming very, very, not common, but more people are learning it up in the north of Ireland. It's really trendy right now to become very fluent in the Gaelic Irish. So that's cool too. So we're going to have a little bit of both come April 21st. With that, how about we go back into some more music? This time we're going over to Sligo, being sung by Harry McGowan, part of that Coleman Heritage Group, with The Hill of Knocknashee, and then followed up with The Lakes of Sligo. And we do hope that little Bridget Murray is feeling better this week, one of the places that she would have visited when she goes to Ireland.
Dear friends, we meet in love tonight on Columbus' tranquil shore, 3,000 miles from Erin's Isle, that we might see no more. Far dearer still is that fair hill than any other to me, and in our own dear native tongue we call it Knocknashee. How dear to me fond memory sweet recollection brings. How oft I've listened the livelong day to the thrush and blackbird sing. How softly used the cuckoo call from out yon holly tree, and how sweet that sound re-echoed round the hill of Knocknashee. How deeply pictured in my mind those places from there I've seen. There's 𝐾𝐞𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐈𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡 𝐑𝐚𝐝𝐄𝐈𝐺𝐸 and the hills around Gorchin. The lakes and groves round Temple House and streams tongue spreadingly. May the heavens be with you, Carramore, and the hill of Knocknashee. There stands the ruined abbey where our people's bones now rest. That same dear land that gave them birth now calls them to her breast. While we are forced to exile by British tyranny, farewell, farewell to Carramore and the hill of Knocknashee. 'Tis often I have viewed your crops whilst blooming in their prime, from Killarney on to Clonacole, all along the mountainside. The river Moy so gently flows from there into the sea. Farewell to those, farewell to all, round the hill of Knocknashee. Farewell to evening dances where all merry comrades meet, where the fiddler says, now boys and girls, get up and shake your feet. street. 'Tis there you'll find the callings that would fill your heart with glee. For I'd risk my life to make my wife a girl from Gnochnashee. Farewell unto my comrades all, to part with you makes me mourn. My warm heart I leave with you, as my back I'm forced to turn. 100 chances there are to one, I never more will say. Those good and kind old neighbours round the hill of Gnochnashee. Now the times have changed since I have left, dark heads have now turned grey. New faces rise by every heart, but the old ones fade away. This mournful song of exile, sure, 'tis all that's left for me. Farewell, farewell to Carramore and the hill of Gnochnashee.
So there we are off to Sligo. Next up is one of Bruce's favorite, and that is Aoife Scott. And one of the first songs we ever heard from her was All Along the Atlantic Way. Wonderful area of Ireland, the west coast of Ireland. And we're going to thank those that have been listeners and supporters of this program, and thanks, Delia. Oh, you're coming back. Good, okay. Of this program, including Nick and Peggy Shimatero, Brian and Pam Dunleavy, Kathleen Gallagher, Evelyn Carney, Peggy Walsh, Heather Lemus, Brian Maher, Donald and Marcia Detter, Peggy Gray, Michael and Eileen Berry and family, Teresa Roddy, Peter and Maura Dwan and family, Kitty Heinzman, Mary Ryan, Paul and Agnes Gowdy, Jim and Bev Murphy, Michael Goddard, Bruce Smith, Richard McGee, Aaron and Dave Keem, John Bentley, Kathy Baker, John and Mary Bongiorno, Dan and Kathleen Partika, Barbara Sullivan, Michael Klein, Aileen Daniels, Bill and Marianne Knight, Gertie and Maura O'Kennedy, Nora Martin, Doris McCarville, Bridget McCarville, Bob and Peggy Berger, Patrick Callagher, Karen Kelly, Patrick and Ann O'Hara, Sylvia Donahue, Nancy Kelly, Bob and Mary Beth Munt, John and Kathleen Trainer. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we're going to go off with Aoife. Your favorite, right, Bruce?
You caught me with my mic off. Yeah, I always enjoy listening to Aoife sing.
I think you were an Aoife fan way before you even knew that there was Aoife Scott coming to the States and entertaining. You knew all her songs and continue to support and follow her.
Every time she comes to town, you bet.
Very, very nice. So we'll hear from her, and then we're going to stay on that West Coast to the Cliffs of Moher in County Clare with Michael O'Brien. Thanks to all of our individual sponsors.
When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. 60 years in Nova Scotia, waiting for the day that we're returning home. All along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. Remember when we went to Bombay, shipwreck in the bay. We sat and watched the northwest sunset all along the wild Atlantic way. The time that we climbed Crow Patch, we nearly went astray. Our legs were aching, falling off us all along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. Time that we went skinny dipping down a dairy maid, smelling the Galway salted ocean all along the wild Atlantic way. The day that we heard Willie Clancy piping in Pearl Bay, we sang and danced till the early morning all along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. And watch you catch the fish, their dingles, Kirk's Broadway. Wait for you with the half-light gloaming all along the wild Atlantic way. Cycling back from the Black Ball Head, skin salty from its parade. The ocean looming up beyond us all along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way. When will you bring me my love? Counting down the days. When will you bring me my love? All along the wild Atlantic way.
I'm sitting on the cliffs of Moher, looking out to sea. The broad Atlantic swells below me, a bridge, love, between you and me. The curlews cry above the tide, the seagulls glide through the air. They're calling you back from New York City, back home to the county of Clare. Come back, sweet Annie, come back, for I will be there. We'll sing and we'll pray in the old-fashioned way on a hillside in sweet County Clare. I'll hold your hand, we'll walk through the burn with limestone flowers so rare. The yellows and reds, the gold of their petals will match your blue eyes and fair hair. We'll visit Queen Abbey and famed Kilsula, where holy monks once knelt in prayer. But how can this be if you stay away, darling, from your home in the county of Clare? Come back, sweet Annie, come back, for I will be there. We'll sing and we'll pray in the old-fashioned way on a hillside in sweet County Clare. I'm looking across at the great Aran Islands, Inishmore, Inishman, Inishhere. They nestle there neatly, caressed by the ocean, surrounded by water so fair. But you, in the dust and the smoke of the city, where people pass by and don't care, there's a love and a welcome as warm as the sunshine for you in the county of Clare. Come back, sweet Annie, come back, for I will be there. We'll sing and we'll pray in the old-fashioned way on a hillside in sweet County Clare. On a hillside in sweet County Clare.
All right, that Atlantic Way will really take you through a lot of Ireland. It's 2,500 kilometers long, goes through 9 counties, 3 provinces, starting up in Inishowen Peninsula and Donegal, all the way down to Kinsale in County Cork. So it's a nice. That would be a nice journey if you just wanted to travel along the West Coast. Actually, kind of became a tourist's marketing, and certainly well enjoyed by all that I've gone on along that path. Some of the other things that are happening, and just want to make a little reminder that the Motor City Irish Festival isn't until June 10th, 11th, and 12th out in Livonia at the Green Mead Historical Park, but they are having a preview party down at Dunleavy's Downriver, which is located at 6004 Allen Road in Allen Park, on Sunday, April 24th, in 2 weeks' time. Starts at 3 p.m., continuous live entertainment, free admission, but there's plenty of wonderful raffles, food, drink, and merchandise available. This is a wonderful festival that happens in the Detroit area, and Bruce and I have had the pleasure of broadcasting from it in the past and are looking forward to being there again this year. A little earlier, on May 1st, 3 weeks' time, we do plan to be at the St. Patrick's Senior Center, where they hold the annual Spring Irish Festival. This is always a great time, and all the money that's raised goes towards benefiting St. Patrick's Senior Center, and for all those wonderful seniors that come out and that are a part of it. We also have the Fraternal Order of United Irishmen that make that their special benefit. That much of what they do goes towards the St. Pat's, but also they help to sponsor this radio program. So keep that in mind. May 1st, they're going back to a festival on the grounds at St. Pat's, 58 Parsons Street in Midtown Detroit. And we look forward to being there, broadcasting, and seeing all of you as well. Next up, we have a song by John Hogan. It's Awfully My County, My Home. Not too many Awfully songs that I have been able to find and play, but this is a good one for all of our listeners out there that are from that area. And also another song by Norman Payne, who was a regular here many years ago, singing the song My Own Galway. Enjoy.
I've travelled all over this county so grand, all on a bright summer's day. I've seen all the sights and the lovely delights as I stroll down the Awfully way. And sweet Crahan Hill, so majestic and tall, as it reaches way up to the sky, with the wildflowers in bloom on that bright afternoon, I set praise to the heavens on high. And here's to the land where the sweet Shannon flows, here's to the green, white and gold, and here's to the hurling and footballing men, all heroes, the brave and the bold. And here's to my true love, the girl of my dream, I'd like to take for my own. And we'd settle down in some neat little town, in Awfully my county, my home. From Tullamore to Verban to the great Clonmacnoise, all on the warm summer glade, I lingered a while where the monks worked and toiled, where the high kings of Ireland are laid. From Banagher to Birr, the dear town that I love, all the way down to Shinrone, I heard the birds sing as the church bells did ring, in Awfully my county, my home. And here's to the land where the sweet Shannon flows, here's to the green, white and gold, and here's to the hurling and footballing men, all heroes, the brave and the bold. And here's to the land where the sweet Shannon flows, here's to the green, white and gold, and here's to the hurling and footballing men, all heroes, the brave and the bold. And here's to the hurling and footballing men, all heroes, the brave and the bold.
I've traveled the world from town to town. It's in my blood and I can settle down. But I know I'll go old and I'll have to someday. It's my dream to go back to my own Galway. The mountains and Connemara shooting up to the sky, and King John's castle in old Athenry, the Corrib running freely down to the shore, and the waves gliding in to Warrenmore. When I think of these things, I get lonely and sigh. These thoughts always bring a tear to my eye. And if God gives me strength, and I know that one day I will go back to my own Galway. The Spanish arch still standing there to remind me of olden days, when mighty ships sailed around the world and into Galway Bay. That ferryless Carrow, where they dance and sing their songs, remind me of that lovely place that I have left so long. When I think of these things, I get lonely and sigh. These thoughts always bring a tear to my eye. And if God gives me strength, and I know that one day I will go back to my own Galway. And if God gives me strength, and I hope and pray, I can go back to my own
I hope you're enjoying the trip through Ireland today, and I want to take a moment and thank those that have checked in on Facebook, including Stacy. Someday we're going to meet Stacy Skinandor. She lives in Illinois. Perhaps we'll make it to one of the Irish festivals there, or you'll make it here to Detroit, Stacy. But we appreciate you tuning in for the last 4 weeks that we've been on Cave Radio. The first 4 weeks, I should say, not the last. We hope to make this a 25-year venture, but appreciate you tuning in and sharing the show with your family and friends. Also, heard from Connor Ryan, Barb Weir, the Knights of Equity, and our good friend Pat Johnson, that are all tuned in as well. And big thank you to Patrick Johnson for making it happen, that we are part of this green wave on Cave Radio Broadcasting at crbradio.com. 4 days in a row, there's 5 shows, 5 Irish shows, starting off on Friday night with Falcha, Bobby Brooks, pardon me?
Friday night Falcha.
Yes, Friday night Falcha. Did I say something wrong?
You said Falcha.
Oh, well, Friday, starting off on Friday night is what I said, and then added Falcha, but Friday night Falcha. Got a couple extra plugs there, Bobby, from 4 to 7 p.m. No, we're enjoying this, aren't we, Bruce? We've had expanded our listening as well.
So I've been listening to their shows.
Oh
yes.
yeah, it's great, great enjoyment. We had been listening to Pat Johnson.
They don't hear from me because I don't have Facebook, so.
Nor me.
Yeah, the two of us.
But Detroit Irish Radio does, and we are very happy that we are part of this. On Saturday, enjoyable afternoon from 1 to 4 with Matt O'Donnell, Emerald Isle Express. On Sunday mornings, Bruce seems to be preparing with getting the Rebel Rooster and Johnny Costello from 10 a.m. to noon. We are on from 1 to 3 p.m. every Sunday, the Detroit Irish Radio, with myself, Kathleen O'Neill, although we have others that guest host, and we're looking forward to that, and Bruce Smith here on the board, and of course, our good friend Pat Johnson, who has been on Cave Radio for many years, 6 years, I believe, was his anniversary in January with the Irish Music Cafe from 4 to 6 every Monday evening. So thanks to all of our listeners and those that are checking in, and certainly for Cape Radio taking on the Irish. And it's been a joy. We look forward to our Sundays of being able to share with you. I want to thank our organizations and business as well that have been supportive of this program, including the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick, Motor City Irish Fest, Port Egan and the Emerald Plumbing, Knights of Equity, Court 6 and Daughters of Erin, the Fraternal Order of United Irishmen, Gaelic League Irish American Club, the Ancient Order of Hibernian Stephen Walsh, and Blessed Slanis Casey Division, the Ardán Academy of Irish Dance and Kitty's Ceilidh, the Ladies Ancient Order of Hibernians Elizabeth Fagan and Catherine Macaulay divisions, as well as the Ethel and Rose Kennedy divisions, Kevin and Shelley Murphy and Murphy's Restaurant in Retford, Brian Dunleavy's and Dunleavy's Irish Pub in Allen Park, Stephen Maloney and Maloney Towel in Marlborough, Father Brendan McCarrick and the Irish Palatine Fathers, John G. Irwin and EXP Realty, and Mike Kelly and Environmental Maintenance Engineers Incorporated. Greatly appreciate all your support. Up next, we're going off to Kerry with Up the Kingdom. This is from our friend Dermot Henry, who has played at the Gaelic League many, many times in the past. Wonderful entertainer. Always look forward when we get to see him at festivals now. And then we're going to follow it up with a song once again from the group Inishkol, from the group that Icy Frady was part of, Icy Frady Alley, and whose funeral was this past Friday. She is going to be missed, but here's another song that she sang with her group, with Tom Dooley and Marilyn Holding, about the Lee in County Cork.
Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Of the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. Sons and daughters of the Gael, come and listen to my tale of a kingdom that is held in high renown. It's a place that they call Kerry, where there's not a care nor worry, from the highest hilltop to the smallest town. Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Of the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. There's a rumour up in heaven, says a scholar of religion, that a Kerry man composed the great Lord's Prayer. When he wrote Thy kingdom come, sure his will has well been done. There's Kerry men and women everywhere. Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Of the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. And they say that Sam Maguire is getting very tired of his yearly trips from Dublin to Listowel. If you're after football honour, then the ones you'll have to conquer will be 15 men dressed up in green and gold. Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Of the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. Up the kingdom is the cry of every girl and boy, from every Kerry heart, both young and old. To the kingdom we'll be true, and to dear old Ireland too. Of the kingdom may God bless the green and gold. Of the kingdom may God bless the green and gold.
Oh, the clear green hills of my childhood, and the mist hanging over the fields. Sure, there's more there than money can buy me. It seems more like heaven to me. But crowding around in my dreaming are things I no longer can see. Only places I'll always be leaving, since I wandered away from the lead. Everyone has a thought to go roaming for far foreign fields of more green than the fields of the vale he was born in. There's a world that he never has seen. They told me we're leaving my island, a new life would open for me. But now how I long for my Ireland and my old life at home by the Lee. When the dust has been blown all around me, and weary I cry from my toil, 'tis not the land that is seeking to haunt me, but the storms of my blue Irish sky. This rich and green land is a rare one, with rivers flowing plenty and free. But the vision I have is a fair one, of my home by the banks of the Lee.
I've been sharing with you for the last few weeks about the United Irish Society's Jim Dewan Memorial Scholarship Program. The deadline for submitting an application had been extended to this coming Friday, April 15th. So if you haven't submitted an application and had hoped to, you can still do so. Go to their website, jimdewanscholarship.com. This is a program that my brother Jim Dewan was hoping would happen, never realizing that it was going to happen after he died and being named after him. But the program intent is to develop aid to students who are pursuing either a college degree or a trade school certificate. It's open to individuals 17 years old to 30, so it's giving everybody an opportunity that would like to be a part of it. They would also, in doing so, want you to become actively involved in the Irish community. So if you've already doing some volunteering in the community, that's great. Adds to your resume. If not, you can explain how you hope to do so in the future. If you have any questions, you can email uisjdmemorial@yahoo.com, and contributions can be made payable to the United Irish Societies with JDUIS Scholarship in the memo line. Make sure you make note that this is money going towards the scholarship. There is going to be a special presentation to the ones that are honored with a scholarship on Sunday, May 15th. The program begins at 1:30. There is a wonderful luncheon being prepared. Entertainment is going to be provided. It was supposed to be in Inishkol. It may still be in Inishkol minus Icy. Maybe her band members will still gather, but there will be some music. Guest speaker is Eileen Newell, and the feature artist, Peggy Spilker, will be here providing unique and personalized framed Irish art pieces, which will be available to order to benefit the scholarship. The luncheon tickets are $40, advance sales only, and none to be gotten that day. If you want more information, you can give Barb Weir a call at 734-658-0404 or Peggy Shimatero at 586-329-9228. Best of all is to check out their website, Jim Dewan, DEWAN, scholarship.com, for all the information you're looking for, including if you would like to advertise in their program book for the luncheon, or if you would like to just, and not saying that in jest, but if you would like to be a sponsor, they are also accepting that as well on different levels. So make a point of going to that website. And talking about memorials, let's also thank our memorial sponsors who have added to this program with remembering loved ones, including Evelyn Carney, remembering her husband Bill, as well as Icy Frady Alley. Gail McKnight, remembering her husband Richard. Peggy Walsh, remembering good friend, Grand Marshal John Early. Gertie and Mauro Kennedy, as well as Jack and Irene Cahill, Dawn Metelli, Peter and Renee Yack, and Patrick O'Hare and Barbara Sullivan, all remembering Madge Stockdale. Pat and Ann O'Hare and Barbara Sullivan also remembering Jim Butler, along with Michael Gibbons, Barbara User, Schmid's son Steele, Sheila Richardson, Maureen Aguirre, and Paul Jensen. We also want to remember Westside Red Sullivan, Barb Sullivan's husband, and Mike Gibbons' wife, Joanne Gibbons, who died recently. Kathleen Griffin, remembering her husband Bob. Mary Ryan, remembering the Rice and Ryan families. Peter and John Irwin, remembering their parents, Dan and Mary Irwin, as well as the rest of the Hughes and Irwin family members. Teresa Roddy, who's listening in from Florida, remembering her husband Peter. Kellyanne Page, remembering her husband Colin, as well as her parents, Jerry and Phyllis Murphy, and her in-laws, Bob and Mairead Page. Patrick Curran family, remembering their parents, Patrick and Mary Curran. Michael Aidan Goddard, remembering his friend Jim Dewan. Gertie and Maura O'Kennedy, remembering the O'Kennedy, Mungie, and Kennedy families. Cindy Lloyd, remembering her mother, Betty Ryan. Ann Purcell and her daughters, Aileen and Patricia, remembering their Al Purcell, Aileen and Patricia's father and Ann's husband. Tom and Joan O'Halloran, remembering good friend, Father Michael Cooney. Melva Prentice, remembering her husband, Scotty Prentice. The Fraternal Order of United Irishmen, remembering all the deceased FUI members. Kitty Heinzman, remembering her husband, John. John and Mary Bongiorno, remembering the Bongiorno and Dean families. Dan and Kathleen Pertica, remembering her parents, Thomas and Patricia Quinn, and her brother Michael and his wife Rose. The Moriarty family, remembering their parents, John and Kathleen Moriarty, and the deceased Moriarty family members. And the Dewan family, remembering their parents, Frank and Kathleen, as well as siblings, Jim, Mary, and Frank, and their niece, Becca. We thank all of you for your support and the opportunity to remember these loved ones. As we go off to a village in County Tyrone, being sung by Philomena Begley, remembering our good friend Sheila Basner, Sheila McGuckin-Basner, always requested this song. And then off to Tipperary with Any Tipperary Town, being sung by Daniel O'Donnell.
I was dreaming last night of old Ireland, a place where I once had a home, not in Dublin, Killarney or Derry, but a village in County Tyrone. I can still see the stream flowing down Kieran Glen. On a hill just beside it, there are still ferrymen. I often saw them not far from my home. Sure, they're part of the splendor in County Tyrone. Oh, Ireland has many fair counties, but an exile still dreams of his own. Not in Dublin, Killarney or Derry, but a village in County Tyrone. I can still see the cross on a hill at Outmore, with a little green moss winding round past the door. An old ruined castle stands out on its own, for there's castles galore in County Tyrone. Yes, I'm dreaming of Ireland and County Tyrone.
Are you going across to Ireland? Will you take me in your car? And I'm sure you'll find my conversation sound. I can pay my way entirely, I'll enjoy your company. Leave me off at any Sure, there's Cashel, Tip and Laura, old Boris or Clogheen. You can't leave me where I've never been before. In Roscrea, Dundrum or Carrick, in Thurles or Clonmel, or my birthplace by the town of Templemore. Leave me on the road to Nina, hear the rippling Shannon call, where the Yarra Mountains join the silver mines. I'd be happy to in Care, where the Galtee shadows fall. I'm at home in any Tipperary town. I relive again the memories of times I used to know, when I let the wandering thoughts invade my mind, and the little town of Emly I left so long ago. How I rue the day I left them all behind. Leave me on the road to Nina, hear the rippling Shannon call, where the Yarra Mountains join the silver mines. I'd be happy to in Care, where the Galtee shadows fall. I'm at home in any Tipperary town. I'm at home in any Tipperary town.
Okay, well, we just have enough time, I guess, to wrap up things here. Just a little reminder that we just talked to a couple people here. The league is closed this next Sunday, which is Easter. And I know in the past we've always had a wonderful commemorative Easter celebration and Mass, but that is not happening this year. There is an Easter brunch on Saturday from 12:30 to 3:30. It's $20, but the usual commemorative program that we've had in the past is not happening this year. Okay, with that, I want to thank you for tuning in to Detroit Irish Radio, CRBradio.com. As we traveled through Ireland today, just getting our feet wet. There's plenty of other places to visit, and hope that you can stay with us in the coming weeks to hear more. Next week will be an Easter commemorative program, though. So thanks to Bruce Smith on the boards, myself, Kathleen O'Neill, and to you, our listeners, and those have contributed, including Delia Bryan, today stopping by and telling us about the brunch. Remember to keep all that are in poor health in your prayers, and until next week, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Have a great week. Seachtain Wide, Gibwiller, 𝐾𝐞𝐭. You're listening to the banks of the Shannon, the longest river in Ireland, and it goes through 11 counties, so one of your favorite spots, I hope. God bless.